games due to the players' boycott. Other news about the NBA's return was revealed by Adrian Wojnarowski. According to Woj, quote, not every owner in the NBA was enthusiastic about having Black Lives Matter on the court. Shannon, what do you think of this? Are you surprised?
Absolutely not. I mean, I don't think anybody's surprised. Skip, with any protest, no matter how well intended, you're going to have some pushback. That's just the way it is. I mean, when I look back at Muhammad Ali, Skip, you know everybody in the black community were not proud with Muhammad Ali. Because they said, hold on, wait a minute, bro. Oh, just because you can box, I had to go over there. They drafted me. What makes you better than me?
Definitely. I lived through those times.
Yes.
And he was not looked upon fondly for taking that stance by many in the black
community.
Yes.
When Rosa Parks, Miss Parks did what she did, a lot of people weren't happy like Rosa. Now, all this time, you've been going to the back. All this time, now you want to start something. Just get up and give your seat up.
Less than Ali.
Right, but I'm saying.
I got it.
So, Skip, with any protest, you're going to find, Skip, if we were to go out here right now, there's probably 200 people on the lot. And poll them.
If that.
Okay, maybe 100, maybe 50.
Yeah.
maybe a couple hundred now, but it's probably only like 25 when you and I get here. There are going to be some people that are like, I'm for the protest, I'm for Black Lives Matter, and some not. So did I actually think that all 30 billionaire owners are going to say, yeah, man, that's a good idea, yeah? Of course not. Because you have to understand, with the exception of Michael Jordan, and I think the owner of the Sacramento Kings, everybody else in Skip is wealthy white men. I think the two, Sacramento and Michael Jordan, obviously African-American, are the two minorities. That's what I can think of off the top of my head. So, and a lot of times, Skip, they have, they have their thoughts. And if this Black Lives, Skip, is that going to cost us money? Because I'm in the business to make money, Skip. Anytime you open up a business, especially if it's a business for profit. Now, I get nonprofits, that's one thing. But you all operate a basketball team or a football team. Skip, you try to do what? You try to make money, right? If it's going to make me money, is it going to cost me money? Because if it's going to cost me money, I don't want to see it. And so I'm sure that's where the pushback came from. And so for me, am I surprised that all 30 owners were not on board? Absolutely not. Just like I can assure you, there are some of the 32 NFL owners, Skip, like, you know what? If the guys want to peacefully if they want to peacefully take a knee during the playing of the national anthem, so be it. But then you probably got 5, 6, maybe 10 that's like Jerry Jones. Hell no. But they won't be as vocal as Jerry is about it. So, Skip, I am not surprised that all owners were not on board with the Black Lives Matter being on the court or whatever the slogans they have on the jersey. No, this does not surprise me.
I must tell you, it did surprise me a little because I hadn't looked hard at it before. Because I had always sort of accepted the fact that NBA ownership, as opposed to NFL ownership, was far more enlightened and progressive and forward-thinking and maybe a little more left-leaning than the
Well, how
NFL.
about this here, Skip? I'm surprised a source let it get out. Because now you're going to have the players looking like, I wonder who the hell that owner or owners are that didn't want Black Lives Matter.
All right, so I did a little bit of digging, not that I did anything special, but just a little internet digging on what do we know about some owners in the NBA?
Right.
Are there some potential Kelly Loefflers, as we saw in the WNBA? So I'm looking, and again, I don't want to overstate this. I'm just stating facts. I'm not leaping to conclusions that they are the ones or that in any way, shape, or form I'm accusing them of being racist. But we do know this. These three contributed to the Trump campaign in 2016. Peter Holt of the Spurs, who's the longtime owner of the Spurs, he and his wife. James Dolan, obviously, thanks to his father. We know
He's probably been the one.
Contributed. And Dan DeVos of the DeVos family that owns...
Because I think it's his sister.
Sister-in-law is Betsy, who was obviously appointed by the President of the United States to be the United States Secretary of Education. So there's some connections there. Okay. And then going a little deeper, contributing also to Trump campaigns. I don't know if this is now or then. I think it was then, but maybe it could be now. James Morris of the Pacers, vice chairman. I'm not familiar with him, but I am very familiar with Tillman Fertitta, the owner of the Rockets.
Yes.
Contributed. And this is intriguing to me. James Buss, one of the brothers who helps run the Lakers, Jeannie is in command, obviously, but James Buss did contribute to the Trump campaign in 2016.
Right.
And his father, the late, great Dr. Jerry Buss, he was a staunch Republican, but Jeannie is a Democrat. So there's some cross purposes going on there. But James, one of the brothers, did contribute, okay? And if we go all full circle, for what it's worth, Dan Gilbert, often at odds with LeBron James, though he is a Republican.
Yes.
Okay. But again, I'm not leaping to any conclusions. I'm just giving you the facts, the lay of the land. So there are Republicans here who have ownership, you know, have stakes of ownership or the outright owners of these teams.
Right.
Okay. Well, I'd never really thought hard about all of the above. So yeah, it's out there. It's happening. And yet, to your point, today, if some of the players in the bubble are watching right now, are they thinking, wait a second, I didn't know my owner was that. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Would it make their minds wander to, wonder if they were the ones who didn't want BLM on the floor?
Of course. And that's what I'm probably more surprised that a source told Wojnarowski that, Skip, that it got out, because like you, guys will start to dig and start to like, man, I wonder who it is. Because, you know, it's saying Black Lives Matter. We're saying we don't matter more. We're saying we just matter. That's it. That's it. We don't matter more. We don't matter less. We matter. That's it. That's all we're saying, Skip. This notion that we think, right.
With you.
So, and that's what
I don't know. He did not specify.
Right.
Wojnarowski did not specify how many. Is it 2? Is it 4? Is it 15?
Right.
Who objected to Black Lives Matter logo?
Let's give hell. The NBA players, it can be just one, and they're gonna be ticked off because there's like, well, hold on, bro. Do you see what's going on out here? And so that's your thinking, huh? Skip, I just, like I said, they're in the business to make money, Skip. And if they feel something might get in the way of them making money. I was reading an article yesterday. Jeff Bezos is the first man in the world, Skip. $200 billion net worth. Do you believe Jeff Bezos is working less or more? He's working more because he's trying to accumulate more. So the thing is that when you're in the money-making business, you try to make more of that. Now, what's going to get in the way of me doing that? The owner's like, well, hold on, man. We're gonna turn some of these, you know, white kids buy sneakers like NBA basketball too. It's just not the you know, the African American community, minorities. So they're trying to do, okay, what can we do that can show our support and not get criticized or catch flack or tune someone out?
Okay.
And it's like, man, if they cut on that, all you see is Black Lives Matter court, and you see Black Lives on the back of jerseys, and you see, you know, say her name, it's like, and they don't want it. I'm sorry, Skip, that's just the way it is.
So yesterday, President Trump did an interview ahead of his speech that he gave last night, and he took another shot at the NBA by saying that I think people are tired of the NBA, took another shot at the ratings, which is inaccurate because the ratings have been sensational in the bubble.
Yes.
And he also concluded that now the NBA has become nothing but a quote-unquote political organization. And I thought, you got some heavyweight contributors here who are owners of NBA teams. Are you biting the hands that might feed you?
But here's the thing, though, Skip. He's turned everything into a political organization. The CDC is not a political organization.
No, I mean, it's just ironic you would accuse them of being.
Exactly, but he's turned. But Skip, you remember I told you in 2016, I said what he's done is that he's forced you to choose a side. There is no more, Skip. I ain't even into politics. I don't even look at it like that. You can't say that. You can't. He's forced everybody, and that's why you have camps now. You're here or you're there. There's no more middle ground. That's just the way it is. So everything has become institutions that used to be non-political. You had to be, Skip, because you worked for the American people. It's somehow all of a sudden political.
Okay. My final observation about all this is, loved all the boycotts, starting with the Bucks, but we have had no basketball the last few nights, and the NBA did leave last night's stage wide open for the acceptance speech of our president, right?
Yep.
So he got the stage to himself.
Right.
So that's a downside to the boycotts.
Skip, do you want to be the owner that says, I don't agree with Black Lives Matter?
You want to be?
Yeah.
Well, I know one who did for political purposes in the WNBA.
Yes. But I can't imagine an NBA owner.
In an NBA.
Yeah, the NBA. And say Black Lives. Exactly. But you remember Donald
Sterling. One of them
Sterling
had political aspirations to rise up in the Republican Party to the Senate or wherever.
Yeah, I don't.
But that would be the only way.
You'd be taking a severe pay cut.
Well, I'd say, yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to shift from the NBA to the NFL. Let's talk about some good stuff. NFL VP of Football Operations, Troy Vincent, had really an emotional message about unifying for social